Hi, it's Tracy from somewhere in Nova Scotia, and I just wanted to say, here's your next episode of Suck It, Martha.
Well, hodly ho, neighborinos, and welcome once again to another episode of Suck It, Martha with me, Karen. I'd like to give a big shout out to our viewer Tracy from Nova Scotia, sending me in today's intro to the video. Once again, guys, details down below about how you can be part of my next video. Anyways, onwards and upwards. Today, we are going to tackle something that involves children. No, we're not going to tackle children. I'll go, oh God, there have been times. Anyways, let's speak of those times, shall we? So picture it, parents, if you will. It's Christmas break. The children have been in the house for approximately, 48 hours. And the call of, I'm bored, what do we do? Is making your ears bleed. So what's a parent to do? Well, other than turning to alcohol and locking yourself in the bathroom and crying for hours on end, you can do some fun, simple, easy, cheap crafts that'll keep the little ones occupied. And it's also pretty good for the environment. What the hell am I talking about? Well, let's take a look at all the things that we need for today's adventure. I'm going to call this, let's throw this one to the birds. Okay, my lovelies, so here we go. Let's take a look at all the things that we need today. Well, first of all, I need you to march your little asses off to the bulk barn. If I'm not in the dollar store, I'm living at Bulk Barn. And why? Because you're going to pick up some very inexpensive birdseed. I went for just kind of like a regular birdseed, wild birdseed mix. Smaller is better in this particular craft. Don't get a whole bunch of sunflower seeds. It might not work. You're also going to need Knox gelatin. And until I did this craft, I had no idea what the hell this was. Now I know. Who knew? You can get them in boxes like this, usually in your baking aisle. You're going to need a measuring cup for 3/4, also one for 1/4, a small pot, some scissors, some ribbon, some cookie cutters in some, like a fairly decent size, some wax paper, and a spoon. Let's get to it. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken one of our small envelopes of gelatin. I've added it to a 1/4 cup of water. Doesn't matter if it's cold or warm, whatever. You're going to put it into your pot, all right? And you're going to stir constantly until it's a simmer and the gelatin is dissolved. By the way, a thought just occurred to me. When dealing with things on the stove, ladies, here's a helpful hint. Always wear an apron because hot things tend to splatter upwards. And, well, our lady shelf doesn't exactly like hot splattery things, especially sugar, coffee grinds, or something like this, gelatin. I know this from personal experience. Okay, so now that the gelatin has dissolved and you've actually boiled it, it's been a nice simmer, you're going to take your 3/4 cup of birdseed, you're going to add it to the pot, okay? Give it a stir, make sure everything's got, like the seeds have got all the gelatin absorbed, okay? Looking good, looking good. This kind of looks like one of those health food recipes, eh? For quinoa or something like that, some healthy crap. If somebody tuned into the video right about now, they think that I was making some protein-packed health food that's going to give you go, go, go all day. Unless it's the birds, but whatever. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to cool for a few minutes, because you don't want to be handling it when it's too hot, this is where we get to use the ribbon. So I want you to take your ribbon, I want you to cut a piece, okay, and then you're going to knot it at the bottom like this. Okay, we're going to need this to hang our little birdseed feeders that we're making. Okay, because we had 2 cookie cutters, I would do 2 of those. Make sure that they're long enough that they actually reach kind of like almost the bottom of this particular cookie cutter, and then put them to the side. Okay, so here we go. You're going to take your cookie cutter and you're going to lay it onto your wax paper. Then you're going to take your spoon and you're just going to spoon a little bit across the bottom, all right, so that it actually fills halfway. Perfection, really, no one cares. Don't pack it down too hard, all right? You want to have like a little bit of space. Then you're going to take that ribbon I was telling you about, and you're going to lay it on top of the seed, all right? All the way to the bottom. Okay, just like that. Doesn't matter. Like I said, perfection doesn't matter. And then you're going to take some more birdseed and you're going to fill the rest of it with the birdseed, just like this. Okay. And then you're going to repeat it for your other cookie cutter. So there you have it, guys. And it's going to sit like this overnight. I would probably around about the halfway mark flip the cookie cutter over to let the other side dry evenly. But basically you're just going to leave it. And then when it's finally dry, all you have to do is just push out the feeder. Okay, so what you're going to do after they dry, you're going to, the reason they had those little strings on them or whatever, you're going to hang them in the trees. Make sure it's a tree that the squirrels generally don't gravitate towards, because believe me, your feeders will last maybe a day because the squirrels are going to hang off of them. But you hang them in the trees and then the birds come to feed at them. And here is a video clip of what that looks like. So there you go, guys. Really easy, fun type craft to do for little hands. It's going to keep them occupied. They're not going to be bored. It's going to be great for the environment because you're feeding all of our lovely wildlife, our birds, in the winter. And it's going to keep you from drinking before the time of 9 a.m. I think. I mean, I can't really guarantee that. But anyways, that's it. Guys, if you want to see this or any other crafts that I've got going on, please check out my website, www.suckitm.com. There's a new feature on my website. It's my blog. And I'm going to try to do entries every few days, kind of let you know what I'm working on, what I'm thinking, stuff that we are going to attempt in the next Suck It Martha. It also gives you details on how you can become a part of this video show, which is send me in a video entry that shows me who you are, where you are, and just say you're watching Suck It Martha with Karen. That's it. Send that to my web address in the information down below. And in the meantime, guys, that's it. I guess this would be considered a success, even if we are just throwing it to the birds. So here's something to think about. People often mishear lyrics to popular songs or whatever. I think I was probably the only child that misheard lyrics to Christmas carols. I'll give you an example. You tell me what this Christmas carol is. I heard, "Ding dong Marilyn, I'm high." And honestly, for years, one, I couldn't figure out who the hell Marilyn was. And secondly, why the fuck am I telling her about a drug problem? Anyways, that's just me, I guess.